Bodhi's life was a mess, filled with anxiety and discontent, like the ancient Greek concept of dukkha, a state of suffering. He felt stuck, like the philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre's concept of bad faith, where one denies their own freedom. He stumbled upon the concept of ataraxia, a state of freedom from mental and bodily disturbances, as described by the philosopher Epictetus. This idea sparked his interest in exploring the nature of suffering and the path to inner peace. With a newfound sense of purpose, Bodhi embarked on a journey to understand the nature of suffering, inspired by the teachings of the Buddha and the concept of mindfulness. He was determined to find a way to cultivate inner peace, just like the philosopher Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia, a state of flourishing. The ancient Greek philosopher Epictetus wrote that individuals should focus on things within their control. This idea resonated with Bodhi. The Stoics believed in cultivating an inner citadel, a place of inner strength and wisdom, as described by the philosopher Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations. By applying the principles of Stoicism, Bodhi began to develop a greater understanding of himself and the world around him, as seen in the works of the philosopher Seneca. Epictetus's teachings on Stoicism sparked Bodhi's interest in the concept of inner peace, as he learned about the philosopher's life in ancient Greece and his influence on Western philosophy. The Stoics believed in cultivating an inner citadel, a place of inner strength and wisdom, as seen in the works of Marcus Aurelius, who wrote about the importance of reason and self-control in his Meditations, which was written between 170 and 180 AD. In ancient Greece, philosophers like Epictetus and Aristotle developed the concept of eudaimonia, a state of flourishing, which is still studied today and has influenced many areas of Western philosophy, including ethics and psychology, with a focus on human virtue and happiness. In 335 BCE, Aristotle founded the Lyceum, where he taught that virtue is a mean between excess and deficiency. Bodhi's struggle to find balance sparks his interest in Stoicism. Epictetus, a former slave, became a prominent Stoic philosopher, teaching that individuals should focus on things within their control, like their own thoughts and actions. The Stoic concept of negative visualization, practiced by Marcus Aurelius, involves imagining oneself in difficult situations to cultivate inner strength and resilience. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that individuals should focus on things within their control, like their own thoughts and actions, which sparked Bodhi's interest in the concept of inner peace. The concept of negative visualization, practiced by Marcus Aurelius, involves imagining oneself in difficult situations to cultivate inner strength and resilience, which Bodhi will explore in his journey. The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle founded the Lyceum, where he taught that virtue is a mean between excess and deficiency, which will be a guiding principle for Bodhi's journey towards inner peace. In 55 AD, the Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that individuals should focus on things within their control, a concept that resonated with Bodhi as he began his journey towards inner peace. Studies have shown that the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and emotional regulation, is activated when individuals practice mindfulness, a key component of Stoic philosophy. The concept of inner peace, as described by the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, is not a destination, but a continuous process of growth and self-discovery, much like the ever-changing landscape of the natural world. In 55 AD, Epictetus taught that individuals should focus on things within their control, sparking Bodhi's interest in Stoicism. This concept is rooted in the idea that our thoughts and actions are within our power to change. The concept of mindfulness, as practiced by the Stoics, involves focusing on the present moment, without judgment. This allows individuals to cultivate a sense of inner peace, as seen in the works of Marcus Aurelius. The concept of eudaimonia, as described by Aristotle, is a state of flourishing that can be achieved through living a virtuous life. This idea is central to Bodhi's journey, as he seeks to cultivate inner peace and wisdom.